welcome to another episode. This time we're going to start off with a small recap of something because I've turned into some problems, and those problems are from before the slime farm. Actually, we have it over there. It's working rather nice when I'm in the area, like I said before. But right now, I don't know if you noticed when we were watching the slime farm, but I had done some changes to the area, to stuff that goes around here. And beforehand, you probably know that I had this sort of pathway leading up to somewhere around this area here with some trees. Right now, you can see that the trees continue on in sort of a forest pathway that we have here. And I'm going to show the rest of it in a little moment, but I want to explain some stuff first and maybe start walking during that explanation. So, beforehand, before I made the actual slime farm, I had an idea for a different episode. It was going to be a combined episode where I did two projects in one together with this forest past. And what those things were that I was going to make a mud farm and I was going to make a bridge because I want to get easy access to the castle that's on this direction, sort of, so to speak. But what happened is that those clips that I recorded, they were bad in sound quality. I didn't manage to actually make them sound good again. They had just been destroyed because I had some different settings or something like that. I just had to change it. And therefore, I couldn't use those clips, so instead I went with the slime farm so I could get an episode out. But right now, I want to still show you guys what's sort of happening and what has happened, because I really like these things that I've made. So we're going to continue the bridge today because I haven't actually finished with that. And I'm going to show you guys the finished product. So we have the forest path here that I've filled with the dark oak trees. We have filled it with azalea trees as well. And I've made this pathway that sort of circles around a little bit. Where we have elevation, I have made a staircase with some oak slabs or stairs. And it goes pretty far because this is a pretty far distance, and I decided to make it very wiggly and going around because I want it to be a sort of pathway that people have used, but they haven't gone in a straight line except for when needed. So here we have at edge of the tree line, looks completely the same, and I've done the same thing that I've done throughout my whole forest area, almost close to proximity to the base, and that's put lanterns in so we don't get mobs to spawn, but we also get this fairy forest feeling where we have a little bit of lights that's just hangs around. During the whole pathway as well, when we have these open areas, I've done this sort of decoration with some leaves and some stones that I use buttons for, and then a similar design with some dark oak and a lantern. That's only to lit up the pathway. And right now we are approaching the bridge, and as you can see, it is very rudimentary right now. We have the pillars that's going to go in. I also have made the sort of pathway going forward, but I haven't used anything else, and that's why this is where I noticed that it stopped. I'm going to use the free cam to show you how it looks from this side as well. So yeah, we have this, and I have materials here to use for the bridge. So this is going to be the main project for today when we build this whole thing, and I'm really excited about it because this has looked like this bridge for at least a month now, and I'm not very happy about walking it when I use it. What we are going to do forward though is the mud farm, and I want to show you this as well because I have actually placed it in the castle, as I've talked about before. But the pathway also continues. We use the same designs the whole way through, and then I've made this very big and lengthy staircase that goes down the mountain here because we have a very steep mountain. So I went with a design that goes like back and forth. So we go here and then we go around and go down again. And here we have sort of almost inside the mountain. So I've decided to use the natural terrain and then build walls around it, putting in some lanterns so nothing can spawn, of course. And then we come down here, and here is where the pathway sort of stops a little bit, because I've just marked out where I probably will want it to go. I'm right now in the project of planning out what if I want to, or if I want to, will build a city here. So I am in the process of making that. So if you notice that the landscape is a little bit different, I have already started terraforming a little bit. But yeah, I have made a little bit of a pathway that are supposed to go here. I don't know if it's going to actually be used, but I wanted to sort of make a template in case I wanted to build a big road or something like that. So here, this here is probably going to get a bridge in the future as well. But right now we need to get into the castle. And I can also look a little bit further here, and as you can see, it doesn't look that great right now with the staircase. I need to figure out what I want to design about it that it makes it look a little bit better. But beforehand, I had just the pathways that were floaty, and that didn't look great either, so that's why it looks like this. Okay, so we're back at the castle, and this here is where I've put in our mud farm. And this design is probably familiar to you guys if you have watched my episodes before. I used the same design again, just make it a little bit different in size. And we have the exactly same design in my old base in this world, so it's not that far away. But I wanted to still show it and explain it to you guys in case you're new viewers or if you have forgotten how it works. So what this does is that it converts dirt, of course, into mud blocks, and then those mud blocks get collected. So we have piston feed tapes here, pushes the things over here, where we, when it gets to here, the whole piston row here push the blocks out one area, so it gets to here. And then once we get to this point here, where the full capacity of the pistons are that, so we can't push anymore. This observer noticed that and turns on a light for me. And that's because I'm standing over here placing dirt. So when I'm standing in this angle, you can see that I see the light. So when I know that the light is on, oh, that's when I need to stop and start harvesting the mud that's been collected on this platform. And yes, I know there are designs out there that you can make in the fraction of size of this thing, but I really like the idea, so I wanted to just I didn't want to research and try and find how to do a smaller design. Instead I just went with, I have this old design, I remake it. What's happening over on this side then? Well, we have a little bit more redstone. Well, most of it is actually just to detect everything and make it as automatic as it can, so I can just stand here and put dirt in. So up here on top we have glass bottles, empty ones, and once this this thing triggers, I'm going to explain this in a moment, then it sends out an empty bottle. Inside of here we have a water source that the bottles gets feed into, and then we have a hopper here and a dropper that, or a hopper and drop, yeah, dispenser, not dropper. Which is going to dispense the water bottles into the dirt, and that's make it mud. The water bottle in itself goes down into this area here, and then it gets put into this barrel. As you can see, I've tried it out a little bit, or pretty much of a time. Other things then, that's one of the circuits where we have this area. This circuit here is just to connect everything, and that's because the comparator compares the items in here when we have a block through here, and each one time that turns off, because it's going to, when we use the machine and the mud guts, everything and so forth, it's going to send out a signal. That signal goes around to here. It both triggers to get a new bottle, but it also triggers this observer, and that observer sends a signal signal into this dispenser to actually dispense the water bottle. So everything is connected to each other, and it works rather fine, I think. I had a little bit of trouble with some sorting system and everything, because I have a sorting system here, so I don't get the filled bottles in here. Instead, I only get empty bottles when they come in. So yeah, that's the whole thing, and I hope you understand it from my explanation. I wanted to sort of show it a little bit more and show it the progress, but right now I didn't feel like breaking it down again and just build it up just because I needed to show it on video. So if you're really curious, you can check out the old video that I probably have linked in the info cards when I was talking about it before. Okay, so the first progress update of this episode. And probably, if you've noticed, we have already changed up something in the bridge. I had before dark oak logs here, but now it's stripped warped stem instead. And I have only like two reasons for it. The first one is, of course, design. I wanted the bridge to pop a little bit more, stand out a little bit more. The dark oak was a little bit too soft or very mellow in its color, so it looked very regular. So instead I went with the cyan color. Second reason, it fits well with the castle, and I have this theory that maybe the bridge and the castle was made at about same time because they have this similar designs or something like that, or maybe something of the sort, I don't know, but something like that. So this is not the only thing that I built, of course, and I want to show you guys this, and it's going to be best using FreeCam. So I'm going to stand or fly and stay still around here and turn over and show you guys the design of the bridge. I have yet to actually made the both sides, so we have only this side to look at, but I'm really in love with this design. I really like how everything turns out, and I really like this pillar design here. I can stand right straight so you can see that how this whole thing looks. So we have this sort of yeah, I don't know what to call them actually, but stems or arms or something that fits the same thing on both sides of this middle pillar here, and I think that it looks rather nicely. I don't know if you guys see it, but once I actually stepped back in my creative world and sort of looked at it after having rebuilt this a couple of times and done everything, I just see ants or insects of some kind, very very um I don't know what to call it, but ancient type of paintings that you can sometimes see of these things, a very relic type of of sort of thing where you can have the sort of insect arms that goes out here, or the ants arms, and also one third there. I don't know if you guys see it, but I really like it, and yeah, I like I said, I really like it. It's something with it, and it's unique. I think I haven't seen it before. And yeah, I'm going to turn over to this side as well. I haven't gotten started on this side, as you can see. I've only made it to the first pillar here, and I see now that I've forgotten to stair blocks, so those are going to be put in as well. But I need to put this in, and we're also going to put in some warped, no, not warped, yes, warped stem. Thinking I was going to say stripped warped. This is the regular warp stem, and it's going to be put in here as a sort of background thing of shape, because I don't want the pillars to be this freestanding, because it looks rather yeah, weak for a bridge, I think, with having just these pillars here. They need to be a little bit more sturdy, so we're going to fill this in and make a little bit more of a better bridge, so to speak, so we can take a lot of weight if we would ever need it to put on that weight. But yeah, this is sort of the beginning of the bridge, and as you can see, we have a lot of things to do. I need to sort of copy over this design on that side. We need to cover this side in the warp stem on the, where it needs to be, and we're going to continue on with some of the more bricks type of blocks as well. So it's going to take a little while, and after that we'll see how much progress I made when we see each other after the short break. that time lapse, we are now back again here at the bridge, and here on top, not much has changed. It still looks very bland, and I have future plans for this, but I'm going to explain them in a short minute because I'm really excited to show you guys, and I want to show them before the sun actually sets. So we have finished the lower part of the bridge with all of the pillars and everything. So I'm going to fly out here with the free cam like usual. And then we're going to take a similar view and just turn around. And here you can have the bridge in full glory. And I'm really happy about it. I say that about a lot of my latest builds, but I'm really, really glad that I made this, and it looks so nice. And it looks so much better than I imagined when I was trying out the dark oak and everything. And now it feels nice to have it inside the world actually, because when you have it in a flat world, in creative world, then it doesn't look as good. So right now we have this going on. I have, like I said, I put in the pillars and filled in everything. Beforehand we had just had this framework, and then in between those two frameworks that we have on either side here, I've just copied over the whole pattern and just made it 7 blocks wide, because that's the whole width of the bridge. I also decided to go for the very controversial but decorating with diamond blocks. You guys are probably wondering, why is she crazy or something like that? But I'm in a single player world. I have netherite, and the netherite tools I have, together with everything else and my armor, all those things I've had for a long time now, and I just realized I think I have my gamma on. Yeah, that's that's supposed to look like it. So yeah, I don't need those diamonds. I've just collected them when I've encountered them in the world, and I don't use them for anything. I don't use it for shopping because I'm not multiplayer and have nothing to do with it. So instead, why not use it for decoration? But right now I'm out of diamond blocks, so if I wanted, oh, that's a creeper over there. Maybe you can put him there. That looks very nice. Okay, done by this aside, I'm not going to put creepers in my wheel. So I don't have any more diamonds right now, so I need to, if I need any more diamonds in the future, I'm going to have to go out and get them. But that's a small price to pay because I'm really loving the bridge. And it's not much shiny blocks or nice looking blocks that are this color, that have this teal slash cyan color thing. This is very light blue though, so I really don't know. But it looks good, and I'm of course going to continue this on the top of the bridge, where we're going to finish off this whole episode with building this last part here, and I'm going to talk about it just in a minute, I think. We have all the materials for the rooftops here, so we're going to use mostly prismarine, but we also have some copper, of course, and some lanterns and everything to make this bridge look nice and yeah, fit in with the whole team. And actually, thinking of, like I said before, fitting in with the castle at that we can't see right now, but is in the background, of course. Last clip of the day, and the bridge is finished, of course, and it is the sort of cherry on top of a great project, where I put in this roof design that we have here. I showed you the blocks before, but I'm really happy about it. It sort of looks like a wave or something like that, and it's a nice thing. So I just want to show you guys how it looks, and I'm going to use the free cam in just a little moment to show you how it looks on the outside as well, when looking at the whole bridge together. But yeah, we have this here, and it's both a nice feature, since it has already rained one bit while I was building this, and it was so nice to be on the inside here. I was opening up the trapdoor, so I was just standing on the inside, and the rain was pouring on the outside, so to speak, even though I was was outside as well, if we wanted to be technical about it. So here we have the whole bridge, and it takes a little while to walk across, of course. It's a pretty big distance, and we have a pretty big distance from our base to the castle. But it feels right, so to speak, to have this here. So I'm not that mad about it or anything like that. I really like it. And it's one step further to make our base and or my base a little bit better in access, that when I don't want to use Elytra and everything, because to be frank, I'm a little bit tired of actually having the whole thing walking or flying everywhere. So I'm going to fly out here and show you guys how it looks with the rooftop on. It's very symmetrical as usual. I really like it like that. And here we can also take a shot from this side over here, where it looks really nice, I think. I think now that the sun is setting, I haven't looked at it in nighttime, but the bridge sort of lights up on the top part, and I maybe should have put a light feature somewhere inside of the design of the bridge also to make it light up even more, but it feels also right to have the walkway or pathway being the thing that light up, so we have everything nice and cozy here. I have also noticed that I need to actually light up a little bit more in this area except for the pathway. So we'll see what type of design I can come up with that's going to feel natural without it being too obvious that we have lights out here that can light up some of the areas so we don't get a lot of mob spawns. Because what I feature is that when I'm walking, for example, if it's nighttime and I'm walking past the bridge here, when I reach around the middle part or something like that, mobs are going to be able to spawn here, and that's not going to be nice when I actually land. So yeah, of course, here we have one skeleton, and that one guy died so nicely. And we have more skeletons down there, so I think we're going to leave it for the moment. And I'm just going to stand where it's nice and safe instead for the outro of this episode. Here I think will be okay. Nothing in the back and nothing in the front. So I hope you have enjoyed the episode and enjoyed the bridge as I did, because I'm really proud of it, like always when we build something in this world. If you did enjoy it, maybe leave a like, maybe leave a comment, tell me what you liked about it, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. We'll see each other. Goodbye.